This time, we're going to talk about some of the things that we didn't really mention in the first video.
What we hated.
Yeah, some of the things that maybe we hated, things the movie maybe could have done better, or that it just should have done instead. I woke up for work and Daniel just sent me a message that said, like, I want to be angry about the Mario movie.
Well, I guess not. Less that I hate it, more that
You can be angry at something without hating it.
It did a lot of dumb things. And the longer I thought about it, the more I realized what these dumb things were. Most of them are from... Because it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, it's a good Mario movie, I think, is my stipulation on part of the reason I liked it. It's a good Mario movie, but I don't think it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
The way they actually do things is super weird. I think the main thing I said to you was... Mario doesn't meet Bowser until the final confrontation when he starts just kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Which is such a weird thing to do. Because, I mean, even in a video game, in the first level, Mario Odyssey, you'll meet Bowser, and he'll be like, he'll steal the princess.
Yeah.
Even in the original ones, I'm pretty sure.
Mario Odyssey starts with...
It starts with
with getting your ass kicked by Bowser.
Yeah. I don't think it's a cutscene. Yeah, so it's a cutscene where you get your ass kicked. Which is how a movie would normally do it.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, Mario doesn't meet him till the very end. I thought for a bit there, I'm like, shit, does he even know he's a turtle? Or is he going to rock up? And it's just going to be, there's a giant turtle there, and Mario's going to be like, oh no, fuck that.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't even know what Bowser looks like.
He doesn't, but Peach does say he's a turtle.
Okay.
Or they're turtles or something, and he's like, we keep turtles in jars.
Yeah.
Or as pets. And that's just the weirdest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess we think he does because we cut back and forth between them. So it's like, we know what Bowser looks like.
Yeah.
And Luigi knows what Bowser looks like.
Everyone in the universe.
Everyone except
Mario.
And it's just the strangest thing to do.
Well, how would you... All right, you're in the director's chair. You're Paul W.S. Anderson, director of the Mario movie.
The now director. The only person who should direct movies.
He does the best video game movies.
He does.
As we know.
It's true.
How are you fixing that issue? What small tweak, without changing the story drastically and rewriting the entire movie? I mean, actually, you could do whatever you want.
I was gonna say,
how are you fixing that issue?
I think you just have to make there be a confrontation, or he knows that Bowser took Luigi, or make Bowser take Luigi.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they wanted to show a Luigi's Mansion bit.
Yeah.
But you could have had them both land in Luigi's Mansion, or land in the scary zone, and then have Bowser attack them for some reason, or do something. So if you have Bowser actually take Luigi, then it's more like, my brother's been kidnapped,
mm-hmm.
whereas Mario's kind of just told by Peach that Bowser probably has his brother.
Yeah.
Because they literally go, like, once Mario lands, right, Luigi's just gone. He's like, oh, Luigi went to a dark place. And Toad's like, oh, that means he's in an evil place. Bowser probably has him now.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? I don't know if it's because they wanted to show the Luigi's Mansion bit. Because why not just have them both land in Bowser's ship and then have to get out?
That's what I
or
reckon.
Or he falls into a pipe, so like he goes to save Luigi and then gets sucked into another pipe.
Yeah.
Just pretty much anything other than what they did.
Well, they should have made it, because Mario's whole thing in this movie is that it's like he needs to look after his brother. Like they're a team
that's
together.
His arc.
His thing should have been, it's like, I don't know, the hero's journey.
Never heard of it.
He should have failed at helping his brother.
Yes.
At the start, which would have given him the motivation, and he could have said, I'll never fail you again, or like, I'm never gonna...
Yeah. I think they just needed even an arc between the two brothers, as in like, because Luigi, his arc should be standing up for himself, whereas instead it's nothing, and then suddenly he saves his brother, so it's like returning the favor of his brother always saves him, so now he gets to save his brother. It's not really an arc, as if it's more just like a random reversal at the end. Whereas if they made it so Mario couldn't defend Luigi, or like Luigi was bullied, and even if Mario tried to save him, what's his name? Spike? No.
Oh, the human guy?
Yeah.
Spike, yeah.
So was Spike?
Their old boss?
Yeah. If they made it so Spike beat them both up, or beat Luigi up, and Mario tried to stop him, and he got held back or something, and then Mario's arc could have been, he saved his brother. If you gave Luigi an arc, you'd just have to be, Luigi stands up for himself, or... So when Luigi's in prison, instead of making... You just cut back to him, and then Lumily is sad.
Yeah.
Is apathetic, hates life. if you cut back and Luigi's trying to escape or like look out for himself or do anything other than just sit in a cage the whole movie, Charlie Day's great, but he doesn't get any lines because he's got nothing to do.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky to set up a Luigi movie from this because they've kind of
They touched on the mansion already. What are they
I
going to
was
do?
just
Put him
more
back
saying
in the
because they
mansion?
made him so incompetent.
That too, yeah.
It's like if Luigi had been staging a breakout
There's gotta be a way out of here.
at the same time Mario had been staging like a break-in, and then they met together.
Well, they did because they did that with Peach almost. Like Mario goes back to save Luigi and Peach, but Peach is already frozen Bowser.
Yeah.
So if they did that and add like the third thing, how Luigi escapes at the exact time, then all three of them would have escaped and done what they needed to do at the same time. And they're like, oh, we're all great, which is still a thing I guess you could do.
Yeah.
But it's a little, as is, it's just nothingness, I guess.
Well, then we could have had all three of them beating up Bowser, and then Bowser does the Thanos and is like, call down the airstrike on my position.
Well, he's got all the people.
Yeah.
Because I guess the way... Do the Kongs help in the final fight?
Just Donkey Kong.
So the other Kongs don't help?
No. Well,
Why were they so worried? Why did they need the Kongs if the Kongs didn't help? Shit, I'm gonna need to find a clip to see if the final battle...
no, it's just Peach freezes Bowser. Oh, do you mean when they're in Brooklyn?
No. Not in our world. Sorry, in the Mushroom Kingdom when they're fighting.
Our world.
In my Mushroom Kingdom.
No. In fact, Donkey Kong doesn't even fight
Because
Bowser.
they're all in the cages.
Only Peach and Mario fight Bowser.
Yeah, because all the Kongs are in the cages.
Yeah.
So when they go to Brooklyn, do the Kongs help?
No, but you do see Peach, Donkey Kong, and Luigi running away from Bowser when Mario's hiding in the...
So they didn't need the Kongs at all.
No, they just needed... If anything, just Peach. They
Which
should have
was
gone...
going to help to begin with.
Yeah, dude.
So
it's like...
I guess that's another thing I don't like. But you don't realize it while you're watching the movie because it goes for an hour and a half. You don't really have time to think.
Yeah.
The movie's just constantly coming at you.
Mhm.
So I guess that's why it kind of breezes past you as really good. Like even... 'cause it's not like it's a bad movie, a bad Mario movie. Because it would be hard to do. And what are you going to do? End up like the Super Mario Bros. From 1998?
We don't talk about that one.
We should talk about that one.
We're definitely going to talk about that one. Stay tuned.
Yeah, so I guess that's why you don't realize that the Kongs didn't help at all and that the whole point of the movie, it reminds me of, now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of what happens in The Last Jedi a little bit. Like, Finn and Rose go on their epic adventure.
Yep.
And then that doesn't help them. That doesn't help anyone. And then he's about to save the day and then Rose comes and stops it. So it makes most of the movie pointless. And most of the movie is getting the Kongs. So movie is literally intro.
Yep.
So we show Bowser's whole attack. Then we show Mario doing plumbing. Then Mario goes to the Mushroom Kingdom, meets Peach, and leaves the Mushroom Kingdom. On journey to the Kongs, fight with DK, Rainbow Road, I guess the eel section and like the proposal are kind of like intercut.
Yep.
And then they fight Bowser.
Yep. Is that, I mean, what's 8 times 15? That's 2 hours.
I was going to say 8x4, so it's less than 15 minutes on each section.
Yeah, and plus you missed
Actually,
and the training montage is in there too.
Training montage.
That's like a good 10 minutes
I guess
scene, I
that's
think.
kind of like it. The training montage because they needed to show a Mario level. So that's a thing that happens, I guess. It's just too quick. Is there anything you didn't like about the movie?
I mean, it was very quick, but I think the movie did it well. I think it's just like I would have loved to see more.
Yeah,
But I think
because it was good, they could have given you more, even 10 more minutes. Like any amount of time would have been alright. So I wonder if they were aiming it more at kids, even though
it's that TikTok generation, baby.
Yeah, they got to keep it snappy because
Surprised they didn't have a little Subway Surfer video in the bottom corner, just so kids could be like.
The parents just gave the kids their iPads so that they would shut up while their dad watched the Mario movie for
I'm very surprised.
an hour and a half.
Is there really a resolution to the movie?
Bowser is in a jar now.
Bowser's in a cum jar.
Yeah, and they never save Brooklyn. Like they stop Brooklyn from getting more destroyed.
I mean, they save Brooklyn, but no one says that
There was
other
a
than
whole
like his
island.
parents.
A whole island, like Bowser Island, crashed into Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and we never.
How do they get back to the Mushroom Kingdom?
They don't show us that either, yeah, because you would assume that the warp pipe was broken by the explosion, but maybe it did. Maybe in the original cut of the movie it had something. Or,
I would have
storyboard of the
liked
movie.
to see even just a voiceover and it cuts a little bit, like, 1 year later. I don't know if it did that in the movie.
No, I think it might say when. It might say a period of time later. I don't know whether it says that, but it definitely cuts to them waking up in the morning and everything is fine.
I would have loved a little Chris Pratt voiceover, that just says like the Mushroom Kingdom and New York City.
Everyone was fine.
No, like we learned from each other and we learned how to work together. And then it's like it has a New York City sign, like welcome to New York City, and at the York sign it says welcome to New Donk City.
That would have been cool.
That would have been, and it's like just shows like a city that has Mario stuff in it. It's like an inclusion of both the worlds fused together. That would have been cool.
And everyone's freakishly tall now. Yeah, they needed something because Bowser does get a little. Is it the post credit where Bowser is playing music
In his jar.
Yeah,
On a cage. In like a bird cage.
In a cage. So again, yeah, they don't. Everything is fine because they show it to be, and they're like everyone is healthy and safe now.
Yeah.
So I guess that's that.
And I guess like Mario's parents are fine with him not having a job at all and just living full time in the Mushroom Kingdom
For bigger money, bigger gold coins.
I guess it's solid gold.